So what they would do back in the 10th and 11th century, they would do the executioner always chops twice. So there were things that were very important that had a lot of significance that I wanted to talk about this evening. If I don't eat my hair or the whole time I'm trying to talk to you, what would happen is the executioner used a big sword and he chop heads, you know. He chop once and cut just a little, you know, just teeny bit, just to know, like when you're chopping wood, you know, you make the first preemptive strike, you know, you want to have a dent into the wood. So you want to, he do that. He chop once on the neck, and you know, the person couldn't turn their head completely to the side because, you know, if chin touch shoulder, it prevent, you know, the muscles in your neck, they tighten up and it make it difficult for the executioner to chop head off. So what he do is kind of like when you're at a photo studio, you know, they tell you, do turn your head like this, you know, turn it a little more like this. You turn it, just turn it down a little bit. You feel like why you take a picture like this? Why do I have to look like this? Why can't I just do, you know, okay. So the executioner tell him, or her, whoever getting killed, excuse me. He turn his head just a little, but you can't turn it all the way because that mess it up. Okay, now just like that, he tell you, hold still, and he do preemptive strike one. And ooh, that hurt, but you can't. Hold still, hold on, it's going to be over in just a minute. Then he put more force this time, he use a lower back this time. And he go, ooh wee, and he chop really hard, and the head, it fall from the shoulders, and you know where to go? The family members, they buy baskets, okay? You can buy cedar, you can buy pine, or you can buy cherry, okay? The family members say, oh, we want cedar for head basket, okay? They buy head basket, they put it down in front, and the head, when it falls from the shoulders, it go into the basket, okay? And sometimes the grannies in the family, they sew up knitting, you know, they knit a blanket, they quilt a blanket and then put it into the basket, and so the head fall into the basket. The family members come along and they pick up the head in the basket and they go home to have a feast. So then they want to have feast, they go back home, they put head in the middle of the table for centerpiece, okay? Now you know how they do pigs back in the King's Day and the castles? They take a pig and they lay it out, they open the mouth and they put in an apple. No. With the head, they put in a lemon, okay? The lemon signifying of happiness, okay, and joy, you know, with the color yellow. Okay, so then what happened is, it's a celebration. You're not supposed to mourn, okay? You're supposed to be happy that the person is gone on. So they put a lemon in the mouth, they open it up, and the eyeballs, sometimes they come open a little bit, so what they have to do is they get a little honey, they take a Q-tip and they dip it in a honey, and they put it on the eyelids and they push it closed, you know, that keep the eyes closed. Sometimes they pop open, but you know. So then what I do next is they have the head there, they have the eyes closed with honey. They clean up the face a little bit. Sometimes they put in a little flowers, you know, in the hair. If it's a man, they put on a top hat. And they put it on the table as a centerpiece. The whole family have celebration, okay? Now the body, you know, back where the person had their head chopped off, they go put the body in the wagon, you know. They push the wagon to the courtyard. Now what happened is, it leaves a trail of blood along the courtyard, okay? You know what that signifies? That signifies the bloodline, okay? Even though it's a blood trail, it's really a bloodline. What that means is, for the other people watching, the man or a woman, they know not to marry into that family because they get mixed in that bloodline. You don't want that, So you know not to marry into that bloodline, okay? You know. So they take it, they put it in a mass grave where they've been chopping off heads for weeks. You know, there's buzzards, there's crows, ravens, whatever. You know, coming along, pecking out the eyeball, pecking off whatever. You know, it's pretty good stuff for him. So that's pretty much what happens when the executioner always chops twice. Always. Thank you and have a good evening.